Question 2 is going to be worth 4 points on paper 1. It's going to be the one about origin, purpose, content, value, and limitations. Now think about that as two concepts. The first bucket is origin, purpose, and content. And the second bucket is value and limitations. The third element besides those two buckets is that it's for a historian. So we need to specifically think about what makes something valuable or limiting for a historian studying the topic area that the question asks about. For this, since it's worth 4 points, you should have at least one origin's value and limitation, one value and limitation for the purpose, and one value and limitation for the content. For origin, you're going to look directly at the citation, figuring out who the author is. For purpose, you're going to have to look both at the content of it and at the citation. You have to discern the purpose by looking at what publication it's for. Does the article title give you context clues? Does the person's job title give you a context clue as to what the author's purpose is for it? And then content, you'll just look at the text. Once again, you do not need any outside information for this at all. Instead, you just need to make sure that you pull things and extract them idea-wise from the literature that you're in front of. They will only ask you about one source in this one, so make sure that you do the correct one. I recommend treating it as value and limitations as each its own paragraph. That there are a number of things that are valuable for a historian studying this, such as the origin of blah blah blah, which is beneficial because blah blah blah. The purpose, which is blah blah blah, is valuable because, and henceforth. You then get to your second paragraph, which is going to be about limitations. There is nothing that says you have to do it that way. You could do something with the origin and write 2 to 4 sentences about the origin being both valuable and limiting, then move on to the purpose. It does help the reader who has very little time to be able to grade this for you to bold or underline ideas like origin, purpose, value, or limitations. If you do that, it's going to draw the reader's eyes to the fact that you're covering everything. You can get carried away on this question. Remember, it's only worth 4 points, and so it's not going to be something that you want to spend a tremendous amount of time on. But if you have something for the origin, purpose, and content that is both valuable and limiting, you're going to come across with 6 ideas here. You can absolutely do more. So for instance, there might be 2 things that are valuable about the origin. That could make up if you're having trouble discerning the purpose, which is typically the hardest of them. But try to have at least one for every single one, and you'll do excellent on this.